In this video tutorial, we're going to focus on how we can update the payment status of a one-to-one lesson in our schedule that is currently marked as unpaid. So let's talk about when this situation would occur. If you have the Pay at Club option enabled to your customers on your online booking system, this enables customers to process a lesson booking, add that to your schedule, and pay you at a later date. And that lesson will then be added to the schedule, and it will appear as red on the web-based platform or on the iOS app, indicating that it's currently marked as unpaid. Alternatively, your ProShop user level or you as the coach in your coach locker may have processed that booking using the Pay at Academy option. So we need to update the payment status of that lesson when it's paid, and we use the cash option when the customer pays us outside of the payment methods within the system. So the payment methods within the system are packages, group class vouchers, gift card codes, and the Stripe integration, which allows customers to pay via credit or debit card. So in this example, the customer has paid us via maybe bank transfer, paid us with cash directly, or they may have paid us through our golf shop or front of house area. So we can do this in a couple of different ways. We could firstly navigate to the upcoming lessons option, and we can see here a list view of upcoming lessons, and this will be useful if the lesson is maybe happening a day or 2 days ahead. And we can find that one-to-one lesson from the list view, and we can select that lesson and go ahead and click Go to Lesson. And we can navigate down to the bottom, and we can now see the option here that says Lesson Payment Status. So here we can see the payment status is currently cash, the payment type is currently cash, but the payment status is not paid. So we need to mark that as paid, and we can do that by clicking the Mark as Paid option, selecting the cash option from the drop down, and clicking Save. And that payment status will therefore be updated. We're not going to do that just now because we're going to use this lesson in our next example of how we can update that. The next way that we could do that is we could also navigate to the View All Bookings option. And this is going to show us a list view of all of the bookings that are in our schedule, class bookings, and one-to-one lessons. And we can use the program type options and the date range filter to filter through some of those lessons, and the list view will refresh. But I know that the student here is not too far ahead, so he's going to appear quite near the top. We can see the student here, and I can update the payment status here by clicking on the checkbox. So we see the checkbox currently is unchecked, which means currently the lesson is unpaid. Payment type is at cash at the moment because we've selected the Pay at Club option in the booking system checkout process, but we could go ahead and check that, and then we can update the payment type by selecting the drop down. So let's do our last option, which is to navigate to the schedule and navigate to calendar. And then from here we can navigate to the day where the booking is taking place. And we can see here now it's currently red within our schedule, so it's unpaid. And we can click on that lesson and once again follow the same journey where we click on Go to Lesson, and we can then do the lesson payment status. So let's update that now to cash, click Save. And if we navigate now back to our schedule view, we can now see that the lesson is currently marked as green, which means it's now marked as paid. And that will then feed into our reports, which is important for tracking the payment status of lessons.